checked.
It's 3 p.m. and time for the Daily Community Briefing. Team coverage of the latest local news important to you. Now let's head to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios for the Daily Community Briefing.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome in to your Daily Community Briefing. I'm Michael Watkins here with you on this Tuesday edition of your Daily Community Briefing. We've got a lot to get to, as always. The snow is still here, or what has always seemed like the last 2 weeks at least. The snow is still here, and we're continuing to provide updates on road conditions and weather that is here and also heading our way later on this week. We got all that information for you, as well as the All-A Classic State Tournament, which is always a big event here for the city of Richmond, was canceled today. We'll give you the update on that. And so much more coming your way now. Our newscast today brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair. Get your power equipment ready for spring at Bishop Small Engine Repair. Let Bishop's service your mower. They are located on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We're also brought to you by Affordable Heating and Air. For all your heating and air needs, call Brian with Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning at 859-779-0122. And Mountain Adventures. Get everything you need for your next family meal at Mountain Adventures. They've got fruits, vegetables, and including locally produced meats located at 70 River Drive in Irvin. And our lead story today, a man has died following a wreck due to icy conditions on I-75 in Rockcastle County. Kentucky State Police report that the crash happened on I-75 near the 56-mile marker on Monday. Officers say 39-year-old Nathan Rabakova of Ball Ground, Georgia, was operating a 2017 Volkswagen Jetta north on I-75 when he lost control of his vehicle. He then collided with a tractor-trailer operated by 54-year-old Danny Joe Keller of Fremont, Iowa. He was pronounced deceased on the scene by Rockcastle County Coroner's Office. Well, the groundwork for the Kentucky All-A Classic was formed in 1980 through the efforts of coaches like Stan Stidell of Dayton, Father Ed Heil of Covington Latin, Bill Frey of Covington Holy Cross, and many others. The inception of a small school basketball tournament began in January of 1980. The first Class A tournament was held at Holy Cross High School in Latonia with 8 teams participating. In 1981, it moved to Bellevue with 10 teams, all from northern Kentucky. In 1982 to 1989, the Classic went statewide by inviting 6 Class A schools from around the state to compete within the 10 northern Kentucky schools. In 1990, the All-A Classic experienced a dream come true, a statewide championship tournament with 16 boys regional tournament winners competing in Lexington in February. Then in 1991, the All-A Classic expanded to include the field of 16 boys regional winners and included 4 girls sectional winners competing in the statewide finals. In 1992, the statewide tournament again expanded to include 8 girls teams, and in 1993 included the full complement of 16 boys and 16 girls teams. This year, the tournament was pushed back on 2 occasions as the All-A Classic organizers, members of Richmond Tourism, and members of EKU Conferencing and Events tried to find a way to safely host the tournament while still having games and fans in attendance due to COVID-19 protocols. After the threat of the winter storm made its way into the state, the tournament directors decided it was best to delay the tournament again, but this time only for 1 day, with play beginning today at 1:30. While many teams were trying to travel to Richmond from their respected locations, state police halted travel due to safety concerns over road conditions. Therefore, the tournament directors once again went back to the drawing board, this time deciding the safest thing to do would be for the tournament to be canceled. Teams that were already in Richmond were allowed to play an exhibition game today at Alumni Coliseum. 4 games were on tap, all exhibition contests with teams that were already in Richmond when the storm came into town. In a statement from Richmond Tourism, they said, "We want to thank everyone who tried so hard to make this a reality. We look forward to 2022 and the All-A Classic coming back to Richmond." We will have an interview with Lori Tatum of Richmond Tourism with an update on everything that went down over the last week or so as the tournament was set to begin and what led to its cancellations. We'll talk to Lori later on this week in an interview on the newscast. Well, Madison County staff are available via remote assistance while buildings are closed to the public this week. Despite the inclement weather and thanks to technology, Madison County offices will remain operational on Tuesday, February 16th for all citizens via email, phone, or online services. County buildings will continue to be closed to the public as they have been during the COVID-19 pandemic. For up-to-the-minute weather information, visit the Madison County EMA Facebook page or keep it locked in right here to the stations of Walling for Broadcasting as we continue to provide updates as well. And another update here locally, due to the widespread power outages across the county, there will be no virtual or in-person instruction tomorrow for Madison County schools. Area electric companies and linemen are going overtime to restore power in our region. Crews worked through the night to restore many areas. Sadly, as more trees and limbs continue to give way under the ice stress, some areas have lost power repeatedly. As of this hour, here is the situation. First, Madison County KU reports 200 remain without power on a stretch of Concord Road from Moberly Road to Lynbrook Lane. Bluegrass Energy has made a lot of progress, reporting nearly 700 structures have been restored since this morning. Around 1,300 in Madison County remain without power. Most of those outages are now parts of Barnes Mill, Newby, Crow Valley, Muleshed, Bogey Mill Road, and more. Also, both sides of a stretch of Peytontown Road, Bluegrass reports a few other scattered outages across the county as well, including both sides of a stretch of Slate Lick Road. Clark Energy not having as much success. Maybe 100 services have been restored this morning, with almost 1,500 Madison Countyans still without power, including Boone Trail and Three Forks Road areas and a large part of the Union City and Doylesville. College Hill to the river, including Oakley Wells, Bend, and Flint roads, Fike Road, Drowning Creek, Holiday Lane, Locust Hill, and Covington Lane as well have other scattered outages. Other surrounding counties in even worse shape. Jackson County RECC reports Estill County with 1,000 out still. Jackson County over 5,000 out. Lee County has 650 outages. Rockcastle has over 4,500 outages. And Laurel County has over 10,000 without power. Over 8,000 of those are Jackson County RECC customers. Many residents are without power and internet. And for all kinds of other information, keep it tuned in to the WBON-TV social media pages, our website, WBON-TV.com, and also live updates provided throughout the hours on 100.7 The Coyote and 106.7 The Pinnacle. And we will always keep you updated with the latest information here at the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting. It's now time for our first commercial break, folks. We appreciate you being with us today. When we come back, as always, lots more to get to. Governor Andy Beshear announced about the closings for the state buildings today. We got that and so much more coming your way next on your daily community briefing. We're live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON-TV Channel 9.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvin. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvin, or like them on Facebook.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is your outlet for bulk landscaping materials. They have served the community with their huge selection of decorative gravels and bulk mulch for over 16 years. Announcing new for 2021, Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is offering trees and shrubs. They serve landscapers, business owners, and homeowners alike. Add a landscape bed or spruce up your garden with plants and ground covers from Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply. Minutes from Richmond, just off exit 76 in Berea. 102 Spring Circle Drive, 986-2985.
Can you get into your doctor's office the day you call? The best medical practitioner is there when you need them. At White House Clinics, all patients get easy VIP access to exceptional care. Right now, White House physicians are accepting new patients in Jackson, Madison, Estill, Rockcastle, and Garrett counties. Go to whitehouseclinics.com or one of our 9 state-of-the-art facilities to request a new patient appointment.
We're back on your daily community briefing here on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON-TV Channel 9. As the snow continues to fall here in Richmond, again, we ask that you can keep it right here. Continue to stay with us as we provide updates throughout the evening hours on our social media pages for WBON-TV and our website, WBON-TV.com, and on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting 100.7 The Coyote and 106.7 The Pinnacle. Our newscast today brought to you by Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond at 6:30 35.5 Big Hill Avenue. Let Bluegrass Marble and Granite take care of all your remodels or fabrication needs. We're also brought to you by Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. They have the best aftercare in the business. When every detail counts, remember Davis & Powell Funeral Home, and always growing children's resale store in Berea, just down from Berea Ace Hardware in the Strip Mall. Every Tuesday and Thursday, always growing children's resale store will buy your children's gently worn clothes. Well, this morning, Governor Andy Beshear announced that the state office buildings are closed today due to icy and dangerous road conditions. Employees able to telecommunicate and essential employees designated for mandatory operations should continue to report to work as directed by agency management. State employees with questions regarding this closure should contact either their agency's management or Human Resources Office. Currently, more than 148,000 Kentuckians, mainly in central and eastern Kentucky, are without power, as we mentioned earlier. Transportation crews have been and will continue to aggressively treat roads as well as respond to downed trees, while our emergency management teams and Kentucky National Guard soldiers continue to respond, Beshear said. To help those on the front lines and to prevent incidents, we need every Kentuckian who can to stay home and off of these hazardous roads. Kentuckians are urged to tune in to local media such as these Wallingford broadcasting stations for information on weather, and visit snowky.ky.gov for snow and ice resources, and goky.ky.gov to check road conditions. Kentuckians experience a down power line or power outage should contact their local utility company. If possible, use an alternate source of heat, but be aware of the dangers of an alternate heat sources and carbon monoxide poisoning. Generators, camp stoves, or charcoal grills always should be used outdoors and at least 20 feet away from windows. Never use a gas stovetop or oven to heat your home. Well, did you know that synchronized snow plowing is a thing? This video that you can see if you are watching along on the WBON-TV side made national news after it was posted by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet in Fayette County. Removing snow from the barrier walls keeps the left shoulder clear for emergency use and keeps drainage boxes unclogged. The video shows the KYTC snow fighters clearing the barrier wall on I-75 in Fayette County. KYTC reminds those in the area to remain patient as trucks move through. To get more information from the source on how they will be tackling the road cleanup, WBON-TV spoke to Natasha Lacey with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. With all the details, here's WBON-TV's Ron Likens.
We have a storm coming in, it appears. Right now, what does the Department of Transportation, how do you prepare for it?
Well, we are monitoring the weather events very closely. In fact, I had a statewide meeting earlier today so we could see the presentations for the weather forecast across the state and how we need to plan accordingly. Of course, we will have our crews on duty. They will be patrolling, monitoring, taking care of any type of thing that's necessary because of possible snow and ice. We do have 12 counties in District 7, and each county is assessed individually.
Now, how do you determine whether it's pre-treat or how to handle the road conditions?
Pre-treating is generally done when the roads are dry. It really does not do any assistance with safety to pre-treat roads when they're wet, because it becomes a waste of resources. So that's why we're monitoring this very closely, because the roads are already wet from this morning's precipitation. So that's why we are, of course, watching the news forecast closely, and we're on call, and we'll have contractors coming in to support our crews too as well.
So now with your crews and contractors, I guess it will be mostly a salt event then?
We'll have to see, because sometimes salt is not that effective on ice. We do use calcium chloride too as well. So we really will have to be prepared with a mixture of different types of operations that we may need to use. That also includes, when you have a prediction of ice, you may have a situation with limbs and branches, and we will have chainsaws, and other types of equipment like that on hand to take care of it as well.
So you are prepared for any type of an emergency. Let me ask you, though, how do you determine which roadways get treated first? Are there priority routes?
Yes, those routes are prioritized because a lot of people are confused with that. You know, they think, well, why didn't you clear my road? Well, it's a priority list. It depends on, you know, how heavily your road is traveled, basically. You know, of course, your interstates, you know, are ranked at the top because they're heavily traveled. And in District 7, we do have I-64 and I-75 both. It will be broken down into lesser traveled routes. That's how the routes are done. For example, New Circle Road is a heavily traveled route. In Fayette County, there are other heavily traveled routes in the other counties too as well.
If motorists absolutely have to get out, what should they be aware of? How can they protect themselves?
Yes, we want to advise the public to take this winter event that's predicted seriously. They need to leave early to get to their job if they have to be there in the morning. They also need to think about taking things with them in their car that could be for safety, blankets, medications, scrapers for the ice and snow. Any type of thing that you would use in an emergency, you need to have in your vehicle to be ready.
Thanks, Ron. We appreciate all the folks that are working out there, whether it be working on the road conditions, the power lines, and the power outages. All of us appreciate the hard work that you put into keeping us safe and getting the electricity back on for us as well. Well, State Auditor Mike Harmon has released the audit of the financial statement of the Estill County Fiscal Court for the fiscal year that ended on June 30th, 2018. State law requires annual audits of county fiscal courts. Audit evidence indicated initial override of internal controls by management and employees that had a potentially material effect on the financial statement. The Estill County Fiscal Court had serious weaknesses in their operation of its internal control procedures and failed to implement effective oversight and review procedures to prevent and detect errors, misstatements, and fraud in the county's financial activities. The absence of effective internal controls, oversight, and review procedures created an environment in which funds were misappropriated and financial records were manipulated. Stay tuned for the Zoom interview with Auditor Harmon regarding this audit later this week. It's now time for our second commercial break. Folks, we appreciate you being with us. When we come back, how about these coronavirus numbers? They continue to stay down. Maybe the snow is helping with the coronavirus cases, not only here in Madison County, but statewide. We'll give you those numbers when we come back and tell you how many counties are out of that dangerous red zone for the current incidence rate. That and more coming your way next on your daily community briefing as we wrap up this Tuesday edition on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON-TV Channel 9.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvin. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvin, or like them on Facebook.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
In life, Some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is your outlet for bulk landscaping materials. They have served the community with their huge selection of decorative gravels and bulk mulch for over 16 years. Announcing new for 2021, Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is offering trees and shrubs. They serve landscapers, business owners, and homeowners alike. Add a landscape bed or spruce up your garden with plants and ground covers from Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply. Minutes from Richmond, just off exit 76 in Berea. 102 Spring Circle Drive, 986-2985.
Can you get into your doctor's office the day you call? The best medical practitioner is there when you need them. At White House Clinics, all patients get easy VIP access to exceptional care. Right now, White House physicians are accepting new patients in Jackson, Madison, Estill, Rockcastle, and Garrett counties. Go to whitehouseclinics.com or one of our 9 state-of-the-art facilities to request a new patient appointment.
Welcome back in as we wrap up our newscast today. We're brought to you by Chad Tate with Shelter Insurance, Mike's Hike and Bike, and Batteries Unlimited in Richmond. The numbers today, again, increasingly positive as we look at the coronavirus numbers and the current incidence rate across the state. Still no updated numbers from the health department here in Madison County, with most health departments closed because of the current road conditions. We don't have the numbers for Madison County. Whenever the health department is back open, they will give us those updated tallies, and we'll have those for you here on the newscast. But as of right now, there are 8 counties in the yellow for the current incidence rate, 33 counties in the orange, which means 41 are no longer in the red for that dangerous zone for the current incidence rate. With more information on the positive trend with COVID cases and the new numbers, we turn to WBON-TV's Ron Likens with a recap of the governor report from yesterday.
Yesterday, Governor Andy Beshear started his COVID-19 update with some exciting news. The numbers, once again, are down.
Today, we're reporting 723 new cases of COVID-19. That is the lowest daily number since October 12th. This does follow the trend we have been seeing, and so we hope that we'll continue to see that in the data as we go. Hospitalizations are under 1,000 today, 969. I can't remember the last time we were under 1,000 people in a hospital bed due to COVID. And then we've had decreases in people in the ICU and people on a ventilator. Our current positivity rate is down to 6.57%. That's the lowest since November 5th. And today we're announcing 9 new deaths.
Beshear says the decline in numbers is a trend he wants to keep going.
Trends have been going in the right direction. Well, that continued through this last week. We had our 5th consecutive week of declining cases. And if you look at last week, it was a 26% decrease on the week before. That is a significant drop. But this is the type of decrease that we want to see, and we want to keep it going. And if we can keep it going, we can look at easing some capacity restrictions maybe being able to do a little bit more, but the trajectory is moving in a really positive direction.
In Madison County, there were 36 new cases, and in Estill County, they confirmed 8 new cases of COVID-19. From the Channel 9 newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
Thanks, Ron. We told you about those 8 counties in the yellow. Those counties include Fulton County, Carlisle, Ballard, Galloway County, over in western Kentucky, and over in eastern Kentucky and up north, Robertson County, Bath County, Menifee County, and Elliott County continues to remain with the lowest incidence rate in the state at 1.9. Madison County's current incidence rate as of now at 39.3, with several counties surrounding us in the orange, including Clark County at 11.8, Powell County at 23.1, Estill County at 22.3, and Jackson County at 24.7. One thing that we have continued to keep our eye on is that overall current incidence rate for the state. Today, we are at 30.71, a slight dip down from where we were at yesterday at 31.32. But the good news is even the overall current incidence rate is still going in the right direction. Folks, we appreciate you being with us here on our newscast each and every single weekday as we continue to provide you breaking coverage of everything going on here in Estill, Madison, and other surrounding counties. Stay tuned to the stations of volume for broadcasting, 106.7 The Pinnacle, 100.7 The Coyote, and WBON-TV for the latest and breaking coverage of this winter storm here in Madison County, and also information about the storm coming our way later on this week. For all of us, stay safe and stay warm. We'll see you the next time on our daily community briefing on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON-TV Channel 9.